Who am I? Family information. So first, I'll tell you a bit about myself. So my name is Bob, and I was born as a second child under the one-child policy. I was not legally recognized as a Chinese citizen in China. I could not go to school, so my parents bought me a 3 months temporary citizenship when we applied for immigration to Canada. It was kind of sketchy, but whatever. I'm also slightly superstitious. I stopped praying before tests because in grade 9 when I did that, I always got second place. And I'm also scared of taking out the trash at night because I'm afraid there's ghosts. My older brother, his name is Alex. He was also born in Beijing. He also went to Port Moody Secondary, and he founded the Port Moody robotics team, which I am still in. And he's currently doing UBC electrical engineering. He also enjoys tinkering with electronics like me. My parents. So my mom's from Shandong. She used to do environmental/civil engineering, and she's very good at geometry. She basically taught me everything about geometry. My dad, he is from Beijing, and he studied in the States before. He worked as a journalist, and now he used to do management. Okay, so where I lived. So from 2004 to 2011, I lived in Beijing, and in 2011 we moved to Canada, and we first moved to Calgary. In Calgary, we lived near the street called the 64th Avenue, and we later moved to a neighborhood called McCubbin. From 2017 onwards, we moved to BC, and now I live in Burquitlam. So here's a picture of the Summer Palace, which I often visited as a child in Beijing. It's quite a fun place because you get to catch fish. School history. So these are the schools I went to before. The first school I went to was in Beijing. It wasn't really a school, it was more like a kindergarten, a daycare, I guess. It's called Beijing 新世纪幼儿园. In Calgary, I went to Cian Elementary, Salmon Valley Elementary, Simon Fraser Junior High, and in Coquitlam, I went to Banting Middle, and obviously I'm now going to Port Moody. My fondest memories of elementary and middle school. So elementary school, I guess my fondest memory would be playing everybody's tag in the morning, recess, and lunch for the entirety of grade 4, and a bit of grade 5. It's also trading Dorito chips for rain balloons, so it's kind of a scam. In middle school, it would be absolutely destroying everyone else in math because I knew what quadratics were since I did a bit of the Chinese curriculum, and I also enjoyed playing Minecraft and Roblox in the computer lab. What I miss about school, middle school and elementary school, probably Valentine's Day because everyone gave out free food. Also trading snacks during recess. You could write an entire economics IA on this and you still wouldn't be done. And movie lunch, like when it's too cold or something, we would just stay inside and watch Monster Inc. or something. And walking home with friends, I don't get to do that now because TOK. And watching Bill Nye. And there was also no stress back then and infinite free time. Okay, my favorite subject. My favorite subject is probably history because I've always loved Wikipedia, browsing Wikipedia and learning historical facts. And it's also pretty interesting to analyze an event from multiple perspectives and come up with interpretations of it. I also want to learn about past mistakes humanity made so I don't repeat them if I ever, go into a position of power. And forming a logical historical argument is actually extremely satisfying. I'm also a bit interested in World War II naval warfare. And here is a cool historical figure. His name is Isoroku Yamamoto, and he was a commander of the Japanese Imperial Navy during World War II. Some personal interest. So the first personal interest I have is competitive programming. It's basically a mind sport where you're given a set of problems and you write computer programs to solve them under a limited amount of time. I've always enjoyed programming and problem solving because they're just really satisfying. And I guess I've had some achievements for this hobby. I won a free t-shirt before, and yeah. And I also want to go into a career related to programming. The next hobby is robotics team, doing robotics. So in grade 10, I was the software and electrical lead of the team, and I like robotics because I love seeing code come to life. And I've always loved tinkering with electronics and robotics as a child. My goal for robotics this year is to implement vision processing on OpenCV and Raspberry Pi. Oh yeah, and here's a picture of our robotics team in its first year. And here's me. I was really short back then. Okay, last but not least, aquarium keeping. I've always loved keeping pets and stuff ever since a child. And it started with goldfish and a turtle. And it was actually pretty successful because he managed to I managed to keep the turtle alive for 2 years before we had to like move to Canada, and then I released it in like Lake Kunming, which is a lake from Summer Palace I mentioned earlier. Uh, in Calgary, I also like bred cichlids. It's a kind of tropical fish. We basically started as a 33-gallon tank that was sold on Kijiji for $50. There were already fish in it, and they suddenly started breeding for some reason. So we just sold the babies and made like around a few $100s. Uh, I've also kept a crayfish before. It's a crayfish I caught in Coquitlam River, but then it died after a year due to calcium deficiency, which is pretty sad. And now I just have 2 goldfish. Academic and personal goals. My goals for this year is to first of all get a hot girlfriend so I don't miss out on high school romance. The rom-coms you see uh, in anime. My second goal is to qualify for CCO again, and then maybe make the CSMC honor roll, and also get accepted into the universities I'm applying to. And for sleep, it's probably like 6 hours, average 6 hours of sleep. So no gaming because gaming is bad and negatively affects those around you. Maybe get elected for grade 12 rep and also get elected for valedictorian. Okay, academic goals. So for TOK and EE, I would both like to change my A to a B to an A. For history, I would like to get a 7 because that's my favorite course. For math, stay at a 7. For English, yeah, I've lost all hope already, so probably went to a 5 or a 6. For physics, yeah, staying at a 7. Chemistry, staying at a 7. And Mandarin already finished it. Goals in life. So first of all, graduated at least a master's degree in a CS related, degree, preferably PhD if I have time. Make a 6-figure living while doing a job I can enjoy, so I can pay back my parents and also live life luxuriously. Get married to an older woman who can properly take care of me because I'm lazy, and have 2 kids so I can keep the population stable but also not make it implode. Eat at a high-end seafood buffet every other week because why not? And live in Beijing, Shanghai, or California. Area of improvement. Academically, I would like to improve at English and history. For English, I would do this by reading more, writing more, participating in class a bit more, and getting used to literary terms. For history, I guess I would have to write more historical essays, write faster, talk more in class, and read the criteria for essays so I don't write something that's not related to the topic. Some personal goals, I would like to become more loyal. So that's to learn to gain trust and trust others. I would also like to be more honest. So I'll do that by being more honest. And my other goal, like I said before, is to get a girlfriend. And I will do that by dressing better, getting better grades, not making immature your mom jokes, although they're pretty funny. And becoming an alpha or sigma male. So I'll have to grind every single day, do 50 push-ups a day before I go to bed. Okay, and as for sleep, I would like to sleep more, get a regular sleep schedule, going to bed before 12 every single day. So that's probably not possible. The PMSS experience. So some positive aspects of PMSS. So basically, I made a bunch of friends with similar interests in the academic and personal areas. And academically, I met a bunch of friends who are also tryhards, and we basically established a system where we do 20 push-ups per mark lost on a test. And personally, I met other people who are also interested in competitive programming and robotics. And PMSS also provided me with a bunch of new opportunities because there's a variety of clubs such as robotics club, programming club, science competition club. There's also lots of competitions available, like a bunch of math contests, science competitions, and computing competitions, which I really enjoy. Some achievements. I guess I got top grade 9 academic honor roll before. 75 out of 75 on the CCC, which allowed me to directly qualify to the CCO. Some math contest awards like school champion, some subject awards, and growing taller than 175 centimeters, which I never thought I would because I was before high school I was always extremely short. So overall, being at PMSS has sort of defined my career path because I've been surrounded with others who think like me and motivate me on a daily basis. And the end. Yay.